the spotlight that just came on. I feel like I should turn the light off. Is this too dark now? I don't know. But that was crazy. Let me try to turn it on again. Yeah, it is really bright, but I feel like brighter is probably better than darker. Probably not for ASMR. I'm gonna turn it back dark again. Okay, better. The thing about this light is that the bulb is kind of dying, and so sometimes it just they make you feel almost like you embody something in the world that is so full of like beauty and light. I don't know. Maybe I'm just waxing poetic now, but I just think that sometimes when I get into these places in my life where I start considering, I start getting existential, those are the places when I confront these like shadowy parts of my mind, because it's like I have to explore deeper to find something that I haven't before or couldn't see as well before. I want new meaning, I want more meaning, whatever it is. Yeah, those are the times, the shadowy transitional times. They don't always have to be, but I feel they often are, because they take such energetic, emotional, mental, psychic work. Like, they take so much work, and then in some other ways they lighten the load of future work that you'll ever have to do. And I think that's a tremendous payoff, but sometimes it feels like a hard trade. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, that was my day. So I saw my mom, and then we like figured it out, but lots of shifts happening. That was one of them, for sure. I don't know how we will make it through all of this, guys. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? But it's okay. It's just sort of hard when it's happening on all levels, from the smallest you to the biggest world. And there are so many layers in between. This is better lighting. And yeah, it can just feel very overwhelming. Like, how are all of these things gonna change, and which is gonna change first, and how long will it take, and will it get worse before it gets better? You know, all these questions, and like the answer is like, this is sort of how it's gonna go, I think. I wish it could go better and easier, but I think sometimes you have to, sometimes it feels like we won't get it till we all get it, and we won't all get it till we all start to embody it in our lives more. I never really understood this one.